Hello there. Oh, it's chilly up here. Oh, my hair's looking wonky. It's chilly up here. I turned the heat down because my son's not home and his bedroom's up here. The only other thing up here is my office, but it's a Saturday, so I'm not working today. But this is also where I film, so it's chilly. So we are having, this is going to be a fun one. So we're having Ninja Marie Fantastic Kitty. That's the little packet. These packets are so cute. It's fun that like not all the red ones have the same picture on them. So this from looking at it looks like I need to put the whole thing in. So this is what this looks like. Ninja Marie Fantastic Kitty. So this is one of the blends that's made by a community member. It is supposed to steep 3 minutes. We'll try it at 3. We'll see if it needs more. And here's what's in this one. Black tea. Decaf Ceylon tea. So, oh, it shouldn't be crazy caffeine. Cinnamon, ginger, chocolate flavor, dark chocolate chips, cloves, chocolate nibs. Oh, this sounds good. Pumpkin spice flavor, vanilla flavor, marigold flowers, and cardamom. Cool. I'm excited to have this one. So it should be very chocolatey. I am getting ready. I really want to go for a walk, but it won't stop raining. So I may have to just kind of walk around my house, which is boring. But I did a lot yesterday. I climbed yesterday, and I did a lot of walking around yesterday. So if today's kind of a bum day, that's okay, as long as I don't just sit on my butt all day. But I think what I'm going to do, so I have a friend coming over this afternoon, and they just messaged me and said, I'm going to bring some knitting. Do you want to do some crafting? And I said, yes, I want to make some slippers. So I really wanted to make some slippers for my mom for Christmas. Maybe I'll make slippers for my dad too. I don't know. We will see. I will make slippers for my mom, and if she likes them, I will make some for my dad. I also need to make new slippers for my husband, so he's actually probably second on the list. So I made him the very first pair of slippers I ever made. I wet felted him some slippers. They weren't really thick enough. They wore through on the bottom. I tried to like make an extra piece that I sewed on, and then I realized I needed to really kind of spray some plastic on the bottom of the slippers so they wouldn't just wear through. So they're really, we call them the Squatches because they're his Sasquatch slippers because they're brown and his feet are kind of long, and so they're big, and it makes him look like he has Sasquatch feet, but he likes them and they're nice and warm. And he's like, my Squatches are falling apart again, and I just don't think I can do anything to save the Squatches at this point. So I think I need to make him a new pair of slippers. We'll see. So it has been about 3 minutes. I never think to like, I can see on the video how long it's been. And I never think to look at that. So it's a caramel color. Ooh, it smells chocolatey. Doesn't have a lot of flavor. It's a little bit chocolatey. So what I am thinking, my new thing with Adagio teas is when they have cocoa nibs, all that stuff in them, I am just making them into a hot chocolate. And that seems to be the best thing for them because it's just never really quite enough for me. So it's got cinnamon and ginger. I can taste a little bit of that. Mostly the cinnamon, ginger in the back of my throat, but I don't get much of the ginger flavor, which is fine with me. A little bit of cloves on the front of my tongue. Pumpkin spice flavor, well, those are all pumpkin spice flavors. So it's really like kind of a nice black tea with some cocoa and a little bit of spice. Let's see, with a little bit longer steep, if I'm getting a little bit more. It's definitely a darker color with a longer steep. There's a little bit more spice coming through. So I think if I add some hot cocoa to this, it will be lovely. So that's my plan. So it's this is probably going to be a kind of short one because I'm going to go make this into a hot chocolate. And then I'm going to start getting things together to make some slippers. And maybe I'll make a couple pairs of slippers today. That would be exciting if I really got on the slipper wagon. We were supposed to have some of my son's friends over this afternoon, but I think they're both either sick or in trouble. So they're not coming. My son is over at his grandparents', and I was going to pick him up by now because his friends were going to come over. But when they all bailed, I said, do you want to stay a little bit longer? Because his grandparents it's like free for all. he just sits around and watches TV and plays Minecraft, which we don't really let him do for tremendous amounts of time here. But he's at his grandparents and he wants to be at his grandparents, and I want him to want to be at his grandparents, so it is kind of free for all. I think they've gotten better about like not giving him ice cream for breakfast, but I'm okay if it's just a whole bunch of screen time that he gets like once a week. As long as it's the weekend and he's got his homework done, that's okay. And if it makes him like being with his grandparents, that's great. I mean, he likes being with his grandparents anyway, but it's a special treat to go sleep over their house. So I will keep that going as long as I can. All right, see you guys later. I'll let you know tomorrow how this is as a hot chocolate.